All right, everybody. Welcome to another version of Sour Chatter. Glad you're joining us. Thanks for taking a few minutes. Real quick, props to my buddy Justin Severson out of Salt Lake City, Utah. This is his idea. He's letting us run a Midwest version. I'm going to supply some information about him in the body of this description. Feel free to go check out his content over there. But we're glad to have you again. Again, my name is Todd McGork. I work with a group called Paylocity. We're a public technology company. We build and deliver all of our own payroll and HR software. So if you're evaluating payroll, don't love your vendor, or just curious what else is out there, I would love to talk to you. We would love to talk to you, kind of share who Paylocity is. But it's not about me. This is about our friend MichaelDenisoff, and you're going to get to know him a little bit today, and he is not going to disappoint.
Oh, wow. I will do my best.
As you guys know, 3 rounds of questions. Each round, we're going to eat another sour candy. Mike, let's go round 1. You start with 1 sour candy or 2?
1. I got to ease into it.
Now, here's the deal. The candies I sent you are different than the candies I'm eating. My kids ate all my candies, so I'm having to eat original Warheads.
Wow, that's good, too.
Yeah, they are good.
I'm pre-peeled.
Oh, you're ready to go. Oh, well. All right.
Oh, wow.
And they've been sitting around for a while.
They lose it.
Not the freshest. All righty. Michael, let's start it off. Tell us about yourself. We want to know who you are.
Well, MichaelDenisoff, I'm currently the president and CEO of a company called Employers Resource Association here in Cincinnati, Ohio, with an office in Columbus as well. I'm an HR practitioner, particularly heavy on the OD side by trade. I ran my own consulting firm in Redondo Beach, California for 11 years. Came out here to get closer to family in Ohio. What else do you want to know?
You grew up in California?
No, actually I grew up in Schenectady, New York.
Okay.
And I lived in a lot of different places.
Yep.
All over. I lived in South Bend, Indiana, where I got my undergraduate degree for University of Notre Dame.
All right.
Where I played football. When I say played football, I mean I set pine a lot and cheered for the other teammates.
You played football there. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did. And but I've lived in Utah. My first job was in Provo, Utah. Provo, Utah. I worked for Stephen Covey. And I've lived in Atlanta, Raleigh, North Carolina, and Southern California. And I even lived 6 months on an Indian reservation in South Dakota.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. You're like us. I've been married 17 years. And we have lived in Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia, Ohio, Illinois.
Yep.
And did I say Georgia? I loved it. I love the experiences.
I did too. I think it's fantastic. It really is.
So you work at ERA. You lead ERA.
Correct.
Tell us about ERA.
You know, ERA is this really unique and wonderful organization. I've been the CEO there for about 6-7 months now. It's been around for 75 years. It's an association, and we help HR departments in small to mid-sized businesses, so with all their HR needs. So a lot of the folks we help out are HR teams of 1, 2, or 3. We certainly have larger companies as well that we serve, and we offer HR consulting services, so that's anything from AAPs and employee engagement surveys. We have advisory services, which includes our hotline, which people love for sure to call in and get advice from us, and comp reviews and surveys, and we also have a very strong, robust learning and development department.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, ERA's been around for a while. I mean, y'all been a steady service in the city for years. Like, what is the history on ERA?
We've been around for 75 years, which is mind-boggling. And matter of fact, we have a room in the Cincinnati office that actually has all the meeting minutes from the board meetings since the beginning.
Wow.
So I go in there with a sandwich once in a while over lunch, and I kind of read what's happening at the company. And you can also hear what's happening in the background with history. So it's really an amazing thing. And ERA is really amazing. We're in a process right now of kind of reimagining ourselves even before the COVID-19. We're very excited about it.
That's awesome. All right, one last question before we move to the next round.
Yep.
Favorite thing about HR? Favorite thing about HR?
Change the world. Because you don't change the world through processes and systems, because the people ultimately are the architects of them. So the soft skills are the hard skills. So if you can tap into the people, get the very best out of them, you change the organization, you change the world.
Heck yeah, I love it. All right, you ready for the second round?
Oh yeah.
Let's go for it. All righty. So, all right. My dogs are going to get a hold of those.
There you go.
All right. So round 2. Here's what I want to know. In the middle of COVID-19, a lot of changes are taking place.
Sure.
And there's been some difficulty, right? Social things, COVID-19. It's a tough season.
Yeah.
Specifically around the distancing piece. How are you guys leveraging and what can be difficult in spinning it and making it good? Like, what are some opportunities this has given you and the companies you serve to actually get better?
Wow, I love it. Actually, there's obviously a lot of downside with COVID-19, but like anything in life, you have to say, hey, how can we do something with it that's good? And for us, right, and for a lot of companies, it is a disruption. So we can take that disruption and run with it, or we can kind of complain about it a lot. It's our choice in life anyway, right?
Yep.
So for us, I think what it did, I think it did this for a lot of companies, it accelerated a lot of trends that were already in motion. So a lot of companies really have been toying with working remotely already, but nobody really jumped into it because there has been some bad executions through the years and still doesn't always feel great to folks. But companies, including us, we got really good at working remotely, for example. We've done a lot of seminars on how to do it well. My thought always is this, right? If you're engaged and you're in contact with your employees in the office, it's going to be the same working remotely. Now, there's some nuanced things you have to do differently. But if you have employees that aren't engaged, aren't really doing what you want them to do at the office, it's probably going to be the same as at home. But it's the same principles, just kind of nuance. So I think that would be one of our goals this year in January was to get really good at virtual learning. Because virtual learning is a lot more than just putting PowerPoints up on Zoom or GoToMeeting. You still have to integrate, adult learning theory into it. So we got really good at that really quick, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. I love it.
And us, like our clients, this is a great time because there is a bit of a pause to do a really great continuous improvement work or quality improvement work, which we're seeing not only with ourselves, but a lot of our members, our clients.
And we've talked about it before in prior episodes. In seasons of life like this, companies and people can get really ahead. They can grow a ton. They can adapt. They can mature. And it sounds like ERA is doing the same thing.
We're trying. You got to take advantage of it. You got to you got to maximize whatever, it's that old saying, you're giving lemons, make lemonade.
Amen. Amen. All right. Third round. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's put some more in.
Oh, Lord. Wait, can I spit them out or do I have to eat them all? Can I? I'm kind of like a little bit of chew.
I know yours are chewy. My kids ate my chewy candy, so I'm having to eat these hard warheads. And
gotcha.
These are tearing up my teeth. I don't even think I'm going to have an enamel after
this.
All right. Rapid fire questions in most embarrassing professional moment.
Well, there has been many. The list is long and distinguished. I guess for me, I was just starting to do keynote speeches. And I was
by the way, you are killing the sour stuff. I don't know how you're doing this so well. You're doing awesome.
I'm focused, man. I'm focused.
All right, go ahead. I just interrupted you.
No, it's like chewing tobacco right here. So I got chubbier cheeks than even normal. No, most embarrassing moment for me, easy. Well, again, too many to choose from, but what came to my mind was I was just starting to do keynote speeches. I was at a Marriott hotel. I was super, super nervous about it. I went to the bathroom to kind of ground myself, did a couple of prayers, and somebody knocks on the door. And they're like, sir, you got to get out of there. I'm like, could you give me a minute? I'm preparing for my very important speech. And then they reminded me I was in the ladies' room.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So you were just in another place and you did not realize. I love it.
So like what? I must have just walked in. I just so unaware about take my deep breath, getting all pumped up, and yeah, that was terrible.
I love it. All right, least favorite food, most favorite food.
Oh wow, food I love. Least favorite food. My wife's gonna kill me. Tofu.
Oh yeah.
It's the texture. It absorbs the flavor of whatever you're cooking it. Then I'll eat cooking. That's what I'll eat.
Yeah.
But the texture of it. Favorite food? Well, my mom's Italian, so I think anything Italian and the great standby is pizza. I could eat pizza every day.
You know what? I knew you were going to say Italian. I knew it. I could tell you like some Italian food.
How you doing? Yeah.
All right. What were you like in high school? We know you now. You're killing it. You're doing a great job in leadership. Ton of professional experience.
Yeah.
Leading a great organization. But what were you like in high school?
Oh, that's a great question. That's a wild question. I'm kind of like I am now. I'm kind of my own person. I did my
Yeah.
own thing. I was pretty good in sports, so I think that gave me street cred. So people didn't bother me, but I was involved in a lot of things that athletes weren't necessarily always involved in. Including and I really my mom, who I love, and she lives with us now. Always taught me to treat people really well and make friends with everybody. So
That's good.
I had a lot. I had friends, so I never went. Even the kind of the ones that weren't the coolest, they became my friends because
That's
I
cool.
liked them. Everybody has a story.
I love it. I love it. All right. During COVID-19, the longest amount of time you went without showering, and the other part of that is the longest time you went out without brushing your teeth.
That's terrible because they all kind of disintegrate. Now, I do teach outdoor survival school, so we'll go a couple weeks without showering.
Nice.
It's good for the skin and hair, they say.
Yeah.
I think the longest I went during this was probably 2 or 3 days until my wife's like, really? And I'm like, it's making my hair look nice, which is hard to do. No, I think that's it. Brushing my teeth, I'm a pretty prolific teeth brusher.
Yeah.
So it's not so much did I brush my teeth or didn't I? It's about the length of time. So 2 minutes is good. I'm sure as time went on, it kind of decreased.
It's like we all went back to college. It's been
terrible.
nice to revisit college a little bit.
It's like, I'm done.
I'm done.
For
Throw
sure.
some gum in. All right. Favorite 90s jam. Favorite 90s song.
Oh, wow. I'm a 90s music guy. That's where I came of age in a lot of ways. I think Third Eye Blind.
Ooh, yeah.
I think Semi-Charmed Kind of Life. But up there, kind of a unique outlier, Chumbawamba, Tub Thumping.
There you go.
That's my jam.
You know what I heard today?
What you heard?
4 Non-Blondes.
Oh,
Remember
yeah. What's going on?
Say,
What's going on? Of course.
Yeah, what's going on? That's it.
Classic 90s, yeah.
All right. Before we got this last question, here it is.
Yeah.
Before this happened, you said something about rapping.
I did? Yeah.
I thought you did. Do you got a rap for us?
I'm a sophisticated rapper, a young MC. Actually, the story is told. I'll be really quick. My closest friend in college at Notre Dame was this Jamaican fella. And so I never had money in college, so we started a reggae rap band.
Wow.
And we were called Oreo Cookie. I was the white guy in the middle, of course.
I love it.
And yeah, I used to do rap, and I used to do reggae, so it'd be things like this. Me name Mikey, but me go by Flash, because me beat to any man in the 100-yard dash, and stuff like that. So
wow, come
rap
on.
is a big part of my life for a long time. Thanks.
I lived in Jamaica for a couple of months in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Loved
wow, there you go.
Loved it. Right in the middle of the island called Bamboo.
Yeah.
The rural town. Yeah.
Yeah. I was in May Penn.
Okay. Yeah. That is awesome.
Just awesome. Awesome folks.
You do have a ton of different sides to you, don't you?
Much to my wife's chagrin, yes.
I love it. Michael, I really appreciate the time today. It has been good to talk with you. Listen, if you want to learn more about Michael, I'm going to provide a link to his LinkedIn in the description and ERA. Follow this guy. Get connected with ERA. Great service in the city for you HR leaders that just need any level of help.
Yep.
Shoot ERA a call. Let them see how they can serve you. You would be benefited.
Absolutely.
HR leaders keep changing the world. Thank you for all you do. Have a great day.
Thank you, Todd.
All right, so let me stop this.